that season of the worthy opening scene. Now, tell me.
Yeah.
Tell me. How'd you feel about that? What did you think about that? What did you think about that dual intro? It made me realize that we hadn't gotten an actual, like, fully fledged, fully fleshed out intro in a while. I think when Season of the Undying started, I made an offhanded comment about how Destiny seemed to be opening its chapters with teaser trailers instead of actual cutscenes that contextualize the story.
Yeah.
And tell us what the F is going on. And I think they made a huge stride in that direction with Season of the Worthy. I was surprised to see an actual scene
I
of the
agree.
cuts.
Yeah. I mean, I was surprised to see things moving so quickly. Like, oh, okay, stuff is happening. All right, I'm into this.
2 years ago, the Warmind Rasputin helped humanity defeat the Hive.
What about the stuff that's happening? Stuff is always happening.
On that day, it swore to protect us.
On Shadowkeep, it was like the
mean,
moon.
Like you said.
Robots, ships, stuff.
The Red Legion has one last
And Eris Morn found a rock. Yeah!
Weapon,
We always get into the fracas.
and it's on the move.
But what did you feel? What did you think
already
about
destroyed
Zavala, Anna?
But
What
whatever the
they're
Legion
doing
hopes
out
to
there,
achieve will end well for us. They
Hit me
once
with some
took
thoughts.
the tower. They will take nothing else.
Well, it's pretty straightforward.
to
It
that.
looks like they are. They were on the
No.
Almighty,
What
and
you think? What you think? Thoughts from your brain.
okay.
Not what
Again,
happened.
it's pretty
Not what
straightforward.
happened. What you
but-
think about what happened. I don't need a synopsis.
Okay, it doesn't seem like okay. So like I was saying before, it looks like stuff is moving pretty quickly. So where we normally would have an opening that's kind of a summation of what the season's going to be about, this trailer or opening scene appears to have stuff that's like,
Just a moment.
oh wow, this is like the kickoff to the action, right? Yes, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, it's a different approach. Sure.
Copy, Commander.
I would
I've
have
located the central
preferred if
It
they
seems
had
the Cabal
actually
have
shown
disabled the
Zavala
ship's
doing the
nav
fighting
thrusters.
that he
Killed the
apparently
steering on
did.
this thing?
It was pretty,
That
I
would have
mean,
helped you
Any
get a
idea
greater
what that
understanding of the story and what's going on right now if you had seen
Checking.
Zavala shooting things.
That
That's what would've made it
I
better.
mean,
exclusion
no,
from the
like I said,
propulsion
it's
deck.
pretty straightforward.
The Cabal had
I don't
taken out
think
the
I'm
primary
confused about
engine.
anything. I just think that,
Have you made it to the
I
bridge
mean,
yet?
from a spectacle standpoint, right, we only get so many of these.
I'm yeah, I guess.
So I kind of expect them to like be ultra cinematic and like I
Are they
really
ever ultra
expect
cinematic?
them they have been, yeah. Like the opening for Destiny 2, that was very
Well, that was, like,
cinematic.
3 years ago, and it was a base game with 2 expansions and headed by a multi-million-dollar publisher back then.
Now
Of course, they had cutscenes and presentation. I mean, that's not really something that surprises me at this point. I think Season of the Worthy having an
They've
opening
destroyed
scene
the
is
ship's
new.
navigation
Season of the
system.
Undying did not have an opening
We're a
scene.
dead stick.
Neither did Season of the Dawn.
None of this
This
makes
is an
any
actual
sense.
cutscene. It's like Forsaken.
No nav, no engine.
Shadowkeep didn't
Yeah,
even
that's
have
true.
a
It
cutscene.
has an actual.
It had an Eris teaser.
No, it just had Eris wandering into a cave.
I mean, I'm not so much asking you to critique this content that's been out for less than a day. I'm asking you what you think about, what this, what this means for the season. You know, what do you think of the? Are you intrigued? Are you interested? Can you believe what the Cabal have done?
I'm intrigued and interested.
I'm not asking you to pull it apart or anything. I'm just asking, how did that make you feel? It is a new season. How you feeling? How you feeling about that?
I'm pretty excited about
Putting
it.
too much pressure on yourself.
It's pretty cool. I mean, okay. Well, I started to tell you what I thought, and then you cut me off and said that I shouldn't be summarizing
I
what
hear
happened.
you critiquing it. And I mean, how can you critique it? You know, I mean more like, hey,
Well, I'm
you're a guardian,
critiquing what I saw.
well, no, I was just asking you in context.
So, okay, again, it's not super long or complicated, but it seems like
What does it have to do with your thoughts?
well, I'm giving you my thoughts, but you're looking for something that
No,
apparently
you
I'm
just
not
keep.
giving you.
I don't know. I don't know what it being not terribly long or complicated has anything to do with what you think about it, unless you are just desperately trying to review it, which doesn't make sense because it's only been out a day.
Well, I just told you what
Well,
I
that's
thought.
cool. I mean, I guess the length
I just told you
matters.
what
I
I
guess the
thought.
length of the cutscene matters more than the content of it. I guess. Sure.
Well, no, what I said was that it was interesting that they decided to open it that way, where like all this stuff is
Why?
happening, whereas
They
earlier
usually do that.
on in the season, you really don't get an understanding of what's really happening. You get, as you said, kind of like a season teaser, right? Like, oh, well, here is a general glimpse of what the season's going to be about. So it's a positive that they decided to add this to the opening of this season.
Well,
It was
I
cool.
wouldn't say it's something they usually do. It's something they definitely did for Shadowkeep. They didn't do that in Forsaken. Forsaken had a really good opening cutscene and really good opening mission. Shadowkeep had a bad opening cutscene and a slightly mediocre opening mission.
Yeah, true. That is true.
Because it's muddled. It doesn't know what it's about. You know, first it's about Eris, then it's about the moon, then holy shit, it's a pyramid, and nightmares. And you're like, what? You know, there's just a lot. So, I mean, I didn't mind. It's interesting seeing the seasonal model evolve like this. I don't know if they have the resources to do something kind of like this every time they kick up a new season, but they should definitely invest in it, I think, moving forward, because it does pay a lot forward and make things interesting right away. You know, then you have to go and talk to Zavala, and he tells you about what's happening from his perspective, and he sends you to Mars to talk to Anna. So, you know, at least briefly, the world feels larger. You know, because you're going back to planets to actually do certain things. You know, then you have to go back to the EDZ. There are now these bunkers.
Now all I can do is prepare the scene
that
for all possible contingencies.
had Bungie not retconned it, we could have had multiple war mines.
Whatever she needs.
You know,
Rasputin swore to protect humanity.
but they're all Rasputin now.
It's time we hold to that promise.
Everyone's Rasputin.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
finally did.
Rasputin.
So really, that's what I mean. You don't have to tie yourself up in critiquing it like you're, you know, writing a review or nothing. Just feel things.
Prepared.
Well, I was just
I
telling you what
know,
thought.
but you
there
seemed
were
really
rules.
hung up on the length of the cutscene when I don't know what that has to do with anything. You're being all meta, talking about
Well,
it
it's
not being complicated.
It's not really the
Who
length.
cares if it's not complicated? What happened? What happened in it? How does it make you feel?
Yeah, well, that's what I was talking about. That's how it made me feel.
It made you so you were not immersed at all, and were so disengaged that the length of the cutscene mattered more than the content. That's not good.
Again, it was not about the length of the
Just going by what you
cutscene.
mentioned.
It was about the clarity of what. I think I just explained myself pretty succinctly. I don't know
Stop
why.
being snappy
like,
at me,
this
okay?
is like
The only point I'm making is that you The only point I'm making is that you don't need to pressure yourself into reviewing things randomly when I was just asking a simple question. That's all. And you can say what you can. You can keep saying that that's not what you were doing, but I mean, words are words. Words mean things. Verbatim, words mean things. I don't know why.
Yes,
I don't know why that's a
that
hill
is
to die
true.
on. It's weird. It's weird. Like, oh no, it's a mistake. We're gonna run from it. Who cares? Who cares? Defending yourself all the time. Unnecessary.
All done, all done.
Well, you know, I feel like when people put words in my mouth,
I didn't put
feel
words
the
in
need
your
to
mouth, okay? You're the one that sat there and was like, well, it's not terribly long or complicated. And I'm like, that has zero to do with what I asked you. Now, if the words you're saying out loud don't mean what they actually mean, and if when you say something isn't long and complicated, you're not going outside of the content in its canonical, contextual sense, and you are instead breaking the fourth wall and critiquing the content itself, then maybe you shouldn't say words that make it sound like you are critiquing the content and not the context. Because I was asking you for context. Okay, so you talking about how straightforward the cutscene is has zero to do with what I was asking you. You don't have to argue this. I don't know why you're doing this, but again, I was asking you about the content, not things outside of it. Like, you're a guardian. Hey, this is happening in the world.
Okay, so about what's happening in the world, I do think it's cool that, like, yeah, I mean, it's cool. I'm interested in, like, I don't know. I guess I want to know what, it's weird, but I want to know, like, what Rasputin actually thinks about all this. If that makes any sense.
I don't
like,
think he thinks anything. I think he's a robot.
I mean, but he's a sentient robot.
Yeah, but I don't think he has emotions.
You know. I mean, no, but he has thoughts.
He does?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Well, because he told us what he thought. He told us.
Absolute statements.
You know.
But did he think them? I don't know.
Yeah,
Sounds like logic.
What? That's all he does, literally. Think.
I guess. I mean.
Yeah.
It just sounds very human to give to a machine. It's like, you see Arnold sacrifice himself in Terminator 2. You don't take it on the level that this is the only and probably the most human thing that this Terminator will ever do. And he probably doesn't even recognize it as being human, as a very human thing. Nobly sacrificing yourself is not exactly something that's in his programming, and it's not something that the Terminator himself emotionally resonates with. He does not, but he's doing it. Like Arnold turns to John Connor and says, I know now why you cry, and I also know it's something I could never do. Which is not to say that, he's not saying he can't cry. He's just saying, were he to cry, that's all it would be. There are no synapses firing. There are no connections being made to the actual human emotion of crying. It's just something he's capable of doing. I say, I don't know. I always assumed Rasputin was just, it's just AI. It just says, it makes absolute statements. It breathes and exudes logic. But to ponder things? That's a lot of. That's a scary level of agency.
Welcome to the trials of
There's a reason that Rasputin's been alive for so long. Cortana's only last 7 years because they think like that. AIs in Halo think like that. That's why they can literally think themselves to death.
This is not
Rasputin, I don't think he operates like that. I don't know.
Are nowhere to
I think he defrags.
I
don't know if he thinks.
together.
I think he has logic. I think he's figured things out
We are pressed
to a
from all
level
sides.
that we have
This
not.
is nothing
Yeah.
new.
Everything he does is
Between
just table setting.
Rasputin's guns and my training, you will become a beacon of the light. Shine bright.
I
Soon,
think
darkness
that,
will have no shadows
well, if
left
he's
to
a
hide.
sentient machine, then he has thoughts. His thoughts are different from your, from your thoughts,
Doesn't sentience
right?
only imply
Like-
an ability, the ability to communicate? Doesn't necessarily. I mean, you know.
No, sentient implies self-awareness.
Yeah, I don't think he thinks, but yeah, all right. I see what you're saying. I've read too many grimoire entries where his thoughts come out in linear code. I don't think he thinks. I think he's a command prompt with a Russian voice. Like, he doesn't strike me as I don't know. I guess there's nothing like anthropomorphized or romanticized about his personality. It's just very cold and calculating and logic based.
Oh, absolutely. I think he's very cold and calculating.
But it's
because
on logic, right? Like,
he's a
yeah,
war
that's
mind.
what I mean. Like, it's
Yeah,
done in logic,
yeah.
though. It's not like based in any politics or ideology or anything that something
No.
self-aware would,
No.
something truly self-aware would have to contend with. It's weird that they imply.
Well, self-aware doesn't mean that you have feelings.
I didn't say it did.
Self-aware just, or, yeah. Or morality, even.
Well, being self-aware means your conscience. Your being self-aware means that you are conscious of what of who you are and how you feel. I mean, it's not just the simple act of feeling. It's being aware of the who and what you are, and the fact that you feel things. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like it knows what it is, but I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out. Apparently it has an allegiance. I don't believe that.
Well, let's see. Where are you? We haven't done anything.
Okay.
Are you in orbit?
No.
Are you in
No,
orbit?
I'm in the tower talking to Saint 14.
Now? Oh, yeah, I was talking to, Zavala. But for some reason,
What
like-
happened to Kay is shame.
Walking around with my Titan feet. Everything I'm wearing is just crazy silver. There's a new. Stop! Don't make my noises. Imposter, hack, fraud.
Me?
That's you. Imposters.
Well, excuse me. Jeez.
Listen, I have 3 parrots, okay? 3. Do you want to be a bird? I mean, you get to fly, but being a bird of prey has its you have your good days, okay, and you have your bad days. Sometimes they run out of noodles, and then hey, guess we're having squab tonight, guys. Don't tell Saint. He's ready for some
Jeez.
squab. So how about that seasonal?
Oh, the Tommy's,
It was the thingy in the trailer.
what is that?
I thought that was a Cabal machine gun or something.
Tommy's matchbook.
I gotta admit, I thought that was a Cabal weapon for a second. They reboozled me. I feel slightly boozled.
They
feel
reboozled
slightly
you.
boozled on that one. But it's all good. I'm not mad, and I'm not disappointed. But I was taken aback. It's cool. It's cool and weird. Yeah, if you fire it for too long, it starts damaging you.
It starts burning you.
I don't know. I've tempted fate with that thing a lot. You know, it's pretty fun. I think if you're a warlock, you may have more fun with that than the average bear. All right, I'm gonna put some of this stuff in the vault because it is a new season. There are new armors, and all of these righteous pieces of armor need to find a new home. I just can't do this. Okay, this righteous mark. It's well, you know what? In their defense, if you noticed, if you look at the righteous gear, you can slot the new and the old stuff in it, so that's cool. They did keep their word on that one, where it was like, okay, it's compatible with this season, and you can still use last season's mods. So that's pretty cool.
Yes.
Also,
they
nerfed a shit ton of pieces. Also, did you notice that marks have stats now?
Yes, I like that. It's cool.
Oh, and if you noticed, I hope you didn't delete them. It looks like I had an extra piece of every piece of armor in my inventory. I think they did that on purpose because it's very... Well, yeah, really? I think it's very easy to forget that you can change the element on your own now manually. So I was like, oh, wow, thanks. They actually gave me an extra piece of armor that I could turn into whatever I want. Because you can change the elements now. So, like, before, you know, I was walking around with, like, 3-4 pairs of boots. I mean, I'm still kind of doing that, but, yeah. Yeah, to give you the good stuff. And I'm so mad because this righteous armor was almost fully upgraded. Now I have to start on this new armor. Fuck.
What do you think of the new armor?
It's ugly. I think it's horrific. Well, I don't know. I've only seen it on the Hunter, and it looked like Bantha Poodoo. It looked like the NFL in the 60s. Like it looks like it's vaguely protecting me, but at the end of the day, I just feel like I'm wearing a rugby outfit.
The Hunter ones are
That's
rough.
what I mean.
I don't like them. You look really
That's the one I've seen. I haven't seen the Titan or the Warlock one yet, but the Hunter one is like, ooh, junior varsity rugby.
The Warlock one is actually not bad. I actually kind of like it.
It's not an abomination like the Titan one.
I haven't seen the Titan.
I'm sorry, like the Hunter one. I'm gonna put it on right now because I'm putting stuff in the vault. But wow, that was whew.
Okay.
Whew, that was rough.
Yeah, the Hunter one is you just look like a crazy communist.
It might be doo-doo. I have to ask Tupac just for clarification, but it might be. I'm under that impression. Okay, this isn't too bad. You've got yourself a nice what do they call those? What's that name? It's another name for a gun belt. Bandolier. There we go. It's got a nice bandolier going across the a bullet belt. There we go. It's got a nice bullet belt going across the chest. Okay, all right. Always tops for a Titan.
And you know it. I'm in orbit. Just so
you're always in orbit.
You know.
It's your secret. It's your secret. You're always in orbit. Alright, I'm just going to put away some of these things. I'm trying to keep out at least one piece of legendary armor, but it's like, I know I'm not going to use the righteous plate anymore. Not if I have this plate, even though it looks cooler and smells better than this new stuff.
It's cooler
it does kind of smell better. Yeah, it's got that new armor smell. Don't you love that new armor smell at the beginning of a new season? You're all bright-eyed. Tail of the bush. Alright, I'm going to grab these bounties. Did you pick up all your stuffs? where are we going to? Are we going to Mars?
Yep.
Are we getting our ass to Mars?
Yeah.
Did you talk to Anna yet?
Well, here's the weird thing, okay? So I signed in as my hunter before, and I talked to Anna with the hunter, but I guess that bounty was account-wide because I don't have the bounty for my warlock.
Yes. Same thing happened to me. But did you do that bounty on the planet?
Okay. Yeah, I did the bounty on Mars.
Okay, I did not do that with this character. I don't know if I have to, but let me check. Because I don't have it. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, no, wait. Raising our defenses. Dee-dee-dee. Ba-ba-ba. Okay, yeah. No, I just have to go to the Seraph bunker in the Eads to help ready Rasputin's systems.
Oh, me
That's
too.
the step I'm up to.
Okay, great. That's what I have to
And
do
then
too.
it looks
Perfect.
like the
Okay,
Thomas.
so should I
Looks
join
like
you?
the Tommy's handshake. Did you pick up Did you pick up the quest for that from Banshee?
Yeah. So what do you have to do? Let's see.
You gotta kill a lot of things with it. I'll tell you that much.
By the way, I meant to tell you, I got the Bad Juju quest, but I couldn't do it on my own. Maybe later we can do it together.
Sounds like a plan.
What?
I'm
Okay.
going to orbit.
Okay. Or you can just join me. I'm in orbit.
I'm gonna take this time while I'm loading into orbit and mess around with my emblem a bit. Now that all of your emblems can display kind of whatever you want. Kind of?
Yeah, that's cool. I
I
like
kind
that.
of like it, but I don't. Like, I like it because now you can just wear whatever emblem you want. But I feel like it's, well, at least for the stat-based ones, it kind of takes a little bit of the prestige out of them for me. It used to be cool to just have that emblem that tracked your kills and everything. But let's see. Yeah, see this one? Let's see. What can I put on this? See, this one can only do season stats and account stats. I had one emblem equipped. It was like, oh, it told me how many kills I had in the entire game, period. I was like, oh, well then. That's just silly. How do you guys even keep track of that? Alright. But yeah, see, there's like a current week metric, and there's career metrics. Ah, well.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
It does look a little bit more organized in the menu screens. I'm really happy for that. I still think collections is a little bit of a mess, but you are not joinable.
I'm not. I'm in orbit.
Ah, just invite you. Yeah, you're not joinable.
Okay.
It says nay. You will not be joined today. Oh, your light is 0. Nice.
Weird.
That's what it says. So, I don't know if you heard, but I think the EDZ has a minimum power level of 750. Miss, would you mind putting on at least a mark so that you do not get killed
I have
by
all
the
my
harsh
stuff on my screen.
atmosphere
I have 963. We're the same
Earth.
level right
The
now.
harsh atmospheres of Earth may require more than a piece of wax paper wrapped around your forehead as adequate protection.
I will bite you.
All right, I was just looking out for you. Going out here with 0 power levels. All right. Okay, so raising our defenses is in the sludge. Meanwhile, there is a Seraph Tower in the Winding Cove. I went over there earlier. It was
So
kind
I
of nuts.
think
I think the furthest I got was like 94%. But it's crazy. It's just chaos. I don't understand it. It's just falling out of the sky and building literal firewalls. We're building a wall. And Rasputin's gonna pay for it. That's all we're doing, dude. We're just building walls to keep the falling out.
for me, it says players do not have access to this activity. What's up with that? It says the Raising Our Defenses quest. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh, I know why. Okay, okay. Because you have to. I think I already. I don't know. Yeah. I'm just looking at a black screen right now. I don't know what happened.
You don't have to be racist about it, but geez.
Oh, so black screen is
Hey,
racist?
don't do that. Don't say black like that. I heard that.
What? You heard black screen?
Hey. How would you like it if I came over to you and said I was straight Briel? Huh? Uh-huh, so yeah.
That would be a little strange, I guess. Down here, right? This is where you need to go?
Red Falcon. Well, yeah, that does look like a bunker.
Okay.
Sword! So, did you have any fun with swords yet?
So. Not yet.
When you use a sword now, there's like a little thing in between, like in the middle. The sword has an energy meter now.
Mm-hmm.
It goes down when you use lights, and it powers up your heavy attack. It's a little meter for so you can block with your sword as long as the meter's up and not take down. Oh, we're gonna die. Lord, this is where your ankles go. That's it. Hey, you hear Russian? So who's gonna walk through one of these? No, nobody. I'm gonna be the one to do it. I don't know. It looks like I can walk through it.
Oh, it just takes you back upstairs.
Holy! You would.
Yeah. Did you do it?
What?
Yeah. Okay. Head it back down. This is cool.
It's like the pole in a fire department.
Oh wow. But okay.
Holy, look at this.
Oh my god.
Oh, look at this.
What?
Uh-huh.
Oh, what?
Jessica, translate. I can't read French. What is this? What does this say?
I think that's Russian, actually.
Listen, okay. I don't speak Japanese, so if they want, you know, if they want one of us to understand this, hey, Rasputin, run babelfish.exe. Did you understand that? I think that was in Russian. Okay, so I guess I'll just talk to Rasputin. Let's see.
Yeah.
What? Holy crap! Rasputin's a vendor. I've got the coordinates to a Seraph bunker at Winding Cove that I didn't even know was there. There's things Big Red won't even tell me.
What?
Big
right?
Red! Oh, great. He's... Great. We now have implied communism.
Oh, and there are bounties. Ooh.
Rasputin bounties at that. Man, I can't wait. So we're going to be running around. It's going to be nothing but Ikelos things? We're going to be getting our Ikelos on? Seraph bunker upgrades?
This is
What's
cool.
that mean? Rasputin can supply powerful tools to arm you. Huh. Powerful tools. I just want one of those Rasputin robots. Like, can I have one of those to just go along with me on missions? Like, when I'm doing a nightfall, can I just deploy one of those things? They showed little walking Rasputin robots. EDZ Armory. Ooh, look at these. Look at these guns. Repeatable Seraph bounties. Oh, okay. So we have bounties that will get us weapons, from what I'm looking at here. Some cosmetics.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Ooh.
There's new stuff. There's a new mod called Rage of the Warmind.
This is cool. Ooh.
Okay.
This is interesting.
Warmind bits. I still have no idea what that is. Help Rasputin analyze your combat style by either successfully completing a Black Armory Forge ignition, or completing Crucible matches in the Rumble playlist. You know, I like that. That's a good way to get people to do that. You know, because believe it or not, dear, there are actually still people out there that have not done Black Armory. I know.
That's crazy.
Right. Like, Black Armory came out before Forsaken. You don't think that'd be a thing? Like you never think that would be a thing. There are actually people out there. I have never played that. Anyway, Cabbage. I think we've called Cabbage out enough for one day. You know what I mean?
Yep. So what's the next thing you need to do?
Get more glimmer because wow, they're burning through my reserves. Let's see. Raising our defenses. Oh, we have to do a public event. Oh, we got to do the Seraph Tower event. All right, so
okay,
to the Winding Cove.
So let's see, where the Winding Cove.
Yes. Rasputin needs to prepare to launch weapons, platform, satellites in defense of the city. Complete the Seraph Tower in Winding Cove. I think that's probably where I stopped, or where I got stuck, rather, because it's such a momentum-driven thing that you can really get caught up in the BS.
Yeah.
So I think I was doing the right thing, but you know, don't quote me on that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how it works yet.
Yes, it is nice. No word. Yeah, I know. I don't, and I'm not a fan of these. Listen, why did they have to? Why are they giving me this armor at rank 1?
Right? I don't know. I went through a whole lot of glimmer, bringing it back up to snuff.
At least just to get it up to 5 before you start using cores. Like, let me equip something. All right, let's see. I'm definitely gonna take this thing. Heal thyself is a beast, and they're all solar. I think I want to make the helmet arc. I don't know, it seems like a whole new world of possibilities, I tell ya. Increases the reload speed of blah blah blah. Sure. And
Valkyrie's up.
something tells me that finishers are going to have a big effect on this season. Mark my words. Finishers will be the new wave. The Leonidas one is called "This Is Trials."
Oh, so appropriate.
Ah, they know us too well. All right, so the gauntlets are good. This chest armor is a travesty.
This should thin the crowd.
Well, I logged in. I had 800 shards.
Guardian down.
I've got 612.
Oh, and now you've got like
I've got
2.
like 600 something. It's still
Okay.
it's still a bit of a bugbear, but it's all right. It's all right.
Heavy frame joining the party.
I am really low on upgrade thingies though. I gotta change that. Dun, 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 dun. All right. become charged with light by picking up light bulbs. Oh, really? Well, I would have said that was a foregone conclusion, but you know what? You were one step ahead of me.
Cutting arc energy supply until that support tower is cleared.
Yeah.
Ooh, unflinching auto rifle
Valkyrie
aim.
incoming.
That's a good one.
Show 'em what you can do.
I mean, if I'm gonna be running around with this crazy honking exotic that needs an obscene amount of kills, increases the amount of ammo. Some of these mods are new. I don't recognize any of these things at all. Some of these are new.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Heavy
increases
frame
the amount of
deployed.
auto rifle ammo you can carry. What does that mean? What are those? Yeah, see, I don't know about this, dear. I feel like I'm backstage at medieval times wearing this stuff. The ornaments had better redeem these things, because I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. I woke up like this? Is this what happened?
You actually woke up like that.
No.
Wow.
Rasputin. Where are all the metal pieces and plates and cool things?
Cutting arc energy
Something
supply
tells me the
until
ornament
that
is gonna
support tower
redeem
is
this thing.
cleared.
Whatever the ornaments for this armor is, clearly that's what we're waiting for. Auto
Nice.
rifles get bonus
Heavy
reserve.
frame joining the fight.
Butt cheeks on the feet.
down.
Support tower has a serious crowd control problem. Clear it up.
Okay.
Wow.
What's
Oh, look at that.
good, Noodle? Yeah, right over there. I'm almost done fully upgrading this
Yeah.
armor. Ah. You mean I get to play the game? No. No, you don't.
Upgrading what
The
armor?
7th Seraph stuff, so I'm just not walking around with a bunch of pants with nothing in it.
Oh.
Support
First
tower
time picking it
overwhelmed.
up with the Titan.
Cutting the arc energy supply.
Oh, okay.
Also, do you know what's nuts, dear? In order to get a title, you have to. I didn't know you have to do that on a per character basis. You cannot get
What do you have to do?
whatever the requirements are. If you want the title for a character, you have to do it for that character. Like you can't just unlock it for one character
That
and then
heavy
pass
frame
it
should do
around
the
to
trick.
everybody. Yeah, it doesn't work that way for some reason. I mean, I guess it's a good reason, but it doesn't work that way. Like you have to get all those weapons and do all the you have to do that with each character. I said, woo, okay, woo berries. But anything worth earning, right? I guess.
Yeah.
No, you can't say they didn't make you want it. Okay, so I have a dilemma.
Do you? What's your dilemma?
I need a submachine gun. Do you think I should roll around with the Huckleberry or the Risk Runner?
Damn. Rasputin never does anything halfway. Nicely done, Guardians.
Y'all actually finished this beast? I didn't get no credit because I was
Apparently
sitting here
so.
plugging in my armor to the wall charger.
Okay. You didn't do anything?
I powered up my armor.
Okay.
I think he really likes Rasputin. What the heck is he doing? Okay, so what does your quest say now then? 'Cause I'm definitely behind you now.
Well, it says I need to go to there's a bunker I need to hit. But it says you don't have access to it. What does your
I
quest
have to
say
do the
now?
Seraph Tower event.
Okay, hold on.
So we just have to wait
So you didn't join?
I mean, we can we can reiterate that, but yes, dear, I did not participate.
Here we go.
Okay.
Let's get the main tower up to full strength. Got
Okay,
Thrall
well,
out
starting
by
again.
Everfeed.
We can do it
He
now.
says,
Just
Really?
fun 280 activity.
Give them
Now I can
hell,
see how this
Guardians.
broadsword works in the new system. Because the quick fang is just
Cutting
ooh,
arc energy supply until that support tower is clear.
it's really fun, but kind of unwieldy. Yeah, I knew it. This thing is like swinging a giant anvil around. That's cool. Well, you should try using a sword. It's fun. The light attacks no longer have a delay. You can do like just an unlimited string of light attacks now. They don't stop themselves, and you don't get animation lock. And heavy attacks, they do damage based on how much actual blade energy you have. So if you let it charge up, you'll do a crazy explosive heavy attack. There's a little bit of rhythm to it now.
Mm-hmm.
It's not so overt that I think it'll, you know, convert anyone. But it's a nice addition that makes it feel...
Mm-hmm.
It makes it feel more meaningful. Because you don't really worry about blocking and losing ammo anymore. Blocking just takes off of the little bar.
Mm-hmm.
Too many enemies on that support tower. Clear them out.
Enemies where? Wow.
Oh, apparently, so if there are enemies on this platform, then it doesn't charge up as fast or something?
I see. Oh God, who is that behind me?
I don't know.
Nut jobs. Oh wow, that thing just raining polarity
Javelins
cores.
up.
Cool. These things do not auto aim like the knock respite, so be careful. I have thrown at least 3 or 4 of them and just completely missed it. Had to scream airball like it was the 90s. What do you have?
Yeah.
All of that. Help, I can't jump.
Yeah. Oh, geez.
They're trying to take down the
No.
support tower.
Don't let them
Stop
do it.
them.
Yeah, see, that's 35,000 from the sword. Woo. Loving these sleeping
Sending
things.
you more firepower. Knock them dead.
Did she send us the Valkyrie?
Guardian down.
Ah. These enemies are 980.
Yes, indeed, they are, boo.
Bruh.
It's all good, Leoz Maxwell Jilliams. You know you got this. Come on, Azamataz, nose shank. Alright.
Nice.
Azimuth
Heavy
War
frame
Shank.
joining the
Heavy
fight.
frame joining the fight?
Yeah,
Coronavirus
I
on the
think
field?
this is...
Can one of you shoot me with those arc guns you have? Does anybody mind? Thank you! Oh, I love it.
Support tower overwhelmed.
What do you mean overwhelmed? Who? Where? Get off my house!
No, there's the captain over there, I guess.
Really?
Support tower under attack.
I don't see
Drive
what
it back.
Anna's talking about, and it's getting on my nerves. Hey, enhancement core on the floor.
Man, all these orbs on the ground, just hanging out.
Isn't that awesome? That's what happens when you don't die. You know,
Enemy is
you've
moving
got
in
like
on the
this
support tower.
unusual amount of orbs just everywhere you look because you never died. There's orbs everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get
Well,
off my base.
Yeah, that did
Get
not
off.
go.
Get out of my
where I
house.
intended it to
All of
go.
you. Get out of my house. Oh, jeez. Okay. Thank you. I thought that through. All right, 71%.
Valkyrie incoming.
Valkyrie.
Show 'em
Let's
what
go.
you can do.
I love the Valkyrie. I almost wish that was an actual weapon.
Let's even the odds a little. Heavy frame up.
Oh,
Eyes up,
nice.
Guardians. Support towers under attack.
Woohoo! Oh man, let's go. All right, exquisite team, Buble, Schwartz, and Sniff.
Let's even the odds a little. Heavy frame up.
Yeah.
All right, who's protecting these things, and why can't I kill them? This isn't good. Barrier champion. I do not have a weapon for that yet. Oh man, did you see the
Oh,
did you
hey,
see
we
the
made it.
anti-barrier weapons this season? Auto
Yeah,
rifles, submachine guns.
I mean, yes. Yes. I feel like they got me this season.
Rasputin was never meant to be stuck on Mars. His reach is supposed to be
all of
system-wide.
these
Well,
submachine.
that
Oh,
once. We'll get him there. Good
oh yeah, and
work
I got
on
the
that
I got
satellite.
the step in the quest, so we're good.
Yay!
I didn't get anything for that though. Where's my receipts?
There, they got
Who
me.
got you? Where?
No, I mean they got me like they've got my back. Dear, it's what the kids, what the young kids say when they intend to say that they feel like they've been taken care of.
Oh, they got you.
Yeah, they got me. Not they got me like they got the better of me.
Did you then ask them how do you do? How do you do, fellow guardians?
Yes, I did. Okay, alright, so we have, so the quest, do you have the quest, by the way? It's, raising our defenses, restore the bunker, and the European
told you
dead
that.
zone? Yes? Okay.
Yeah. It says
Okay,
enemies have
okay.
infiltrated
Just
the
checking, so
bunker.
do you want a fast
Control
track?
room, secure the bunker, so you can bring it back online.
Okay, great. Let's fast track over there then.
Requesting Guardian backup.
Yeah, they're starting
Let's
another
build
event.
ourselves
So
a
I'm
satellite.
gonna jump away.
We really pissed off the Cabal and Mercury, huh?
Yeah.
Wait till they see what we're gonna do to the
He just
Almighty.
said we really pissed off the Cabal on Mercury. Here, whether we wanted to or not, we are in a fight with the Cabal on the EDZ. So let's get to taking out their defenses one by one. Valis to Auric. I'm sorry. Like my immortal, we only recite the best of Destiny creepypasta here. What in heaven's name? Oh,
Hold on a second.
I thought they took my shoulders. Oh wait, something's going down behind you. Filthy animals! Ah! Look at that Guardian being rewarded with a chest. Why don't I get shit drops like the other warlocks do? Give me exotic quests instead of give me exotic quests.
I have returned.
I'll have you. Okay, good. Good, because my brain was creatively remixing songs to fit Destiny's template.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I was just sitting over here singing Give Me Exotic Quests. Sorry, Zavala, I'm doing my best. Look at that Guardian getting rewarded with a chest.
Oh, jeez.
Remix! Okay, seriously, they are hurting me. Let's get into this bunker. I don't know why. There's like a fallen... It's like Super Smash Brothers Melee out here. I don't know what's going on. There's just colors and tookens. Tookens without Liam Neeson's.
Okay, so come
Tookens
down.
everywhere. There's tookens. From my man Oryx's. Wait. Oh man, you're really down there, aren't you?
Yeah, I just went down
Do you
the
see
thing.
a vast Radiolarian lake?
No.
That's O for O, Asher. All these supposed Radiolarian lakes.
In the EDZ?
Why is that so far-fetched? I mean, clearly they stored HAL down here. No, Russian HAL.
Oh, okay, okay. Open Seraph Bunker. Alright, I'm down. What?
Oh no. Well, this is consistently interesting.
Uh-oh. What? Observe the control room.
Multiple contacts.
Okay, Rasputin, let's get you plugged in. This interface is so convoluted. Buy me some time.
Don't you have a tablet?
Take as long as
Whoa.
you need. I have your back.
Are you telling me Clovis did not invent the Braypad?
Access point doesn't recognize my login.
Damn, she's getting into that terminal manually.
No, this is new.
Not even a remote connection. Damn, she couldn't even do AirPlay. Girl. She said, "Give me a second while I access this." I said, "Oh no, the old school message." Oh no, baby, what are you doing?
Well, all of this looks really old school. Look at these monitors. Like,
Well, you know, that's the stuff
Yeah.
that works the best. You know?
yeah.
Oh hey, look down there.
Oh, jeez. Oh, it's his phone.
Yeah, but look at what they're all firing at.
Me?
That's not you.
Oh, down there.
Yeah, that's a Defender Titan with a shield.
Hey, there's a Titan. Is that Saint
It's
14?
gotta be, right? If that was a person, the super would have run out by
guess we're
now.
gonna-
Let's check it out.
Yeah. Let's find out. Okay.
I mean, I'm supposed to be the only Saint 14 looking mofo in this entire mission, but okay. Do you not see the Kel marks in my helmet? Your feet are on fire.
They are.
Ouch! I mean, wow. Thank you. I am worth an entire super.
Sure, you know, in PvE, they're not as hard to come by.
Oh, that's the only reason. Thanks. You know, I didn't ask how the sausage was made. I just said it was delicious.
I'm glad you enjoyed the sausage, dear.
Clearly. You had to tell me it was made with armpit hairs.
What?
Like, how is that seasoning? Yes. Is that slightly pungent olive texture? Yeah. You don't want to know that that's... Remember, dear, you get a boost to your XP for your first 5 level games every reset.
Nice.
So I say, maybe per session or per week, you should try to go up by at least 5 to 10 levels. Not hard at all.
Per week? Oh, that shouldn't be too difficult.
Not at all. Not at all. Like I said, dear, the best way to build a ridiculously reliable stockpile of things is to not leave things on the table, but just to collect so many things that, you know, there's really nothing left. This season feels like we're going to be able to play it that way, too. I've read that there's only one pinnacle weapon quest this season, which is... Wow, because there was like 4 of them last season. There were 4 of them. The exit strategy in Gambit, that was a submachine gun. The Python, that was the Gambit shotgun. The Komodo, that was the Crucible linear fusion rifle. And...
Yeah.
Ugh, what's the 4th one? No. Well, to get the emblem, that's all you needed. But they also did have Randy's throwing knife, which is apparently an amazing scout rifle. That is not Saint 14. That's Zavala.
Oh, it's Zavala.
That's Zavala protecting Anna.
Anna.
Oh my gosh, they're actually enemy. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna dance on this panel. Executing shoulder.exe. Respawning restricted when shoulder is in play. Oop, I tried to throw a shield in his face. And he let me know how many beans he'd been eating. I should have had concussive dampener on. Why didn't I have that? Have you tried that mod yet?
Alright, got the captain.
Have you tried concussive dampener?
Indeed. Anna, are you certain we can't operate this bunker from the tower?
It's supposed to reduce the amount that these things can smack you.
Is the only way we'll get the firepower
the distance.
Hopefully the Warmind remembers where to point
your
fire.
shoulder.
You think he'll miss?
I'm more concerned with whether it will pull the trigger.
He's a Warmind.
When did Zavala get so untrusting of Warminds?
Rasputin has been silent for too long while guarding.
So's the Traveler.
Destiny 2.
Faith is self-evident. If it's between you and Rasputin, I'll put my faith in you.
Really? Even though she said deserter?
I think it's interesting
Then I hope it
that he won't give Rasputin the same amount of latitude that he'd give the Traveler. That's interesting that Rasputin is being held accountable for laying dormant while we're in our time of need. Yet nobody's throwing paint cans and banana peels at the Traveler for just literally sitting there when we got Leonidas off the last city. Gaul kicked us in the face.
We don't know. But eventually, the Traveler did get us, you know. The Traveler eventually did, you know, kick Gaul in the face. I don't know if it was for us, but it did eventually.
Yeah, I think Gaul was a little bit too much. That was a bit. That felt like it was an abomination.
Yeah,
like, that's not what light is supposed to look like. Since when did the light drip off of your body like a vicious substance? This looks wrong. And the Traveler was like, actually, yeah, that's kind of wrong. Hold on, I'm just gonna yawn for a second. And that was the end of the Red War.
Yeah. So alright, so we get to talk to Zavala or speak to Anna. I'll
Wait,
talk to
or?
Zavala
Oh,
first.
I thought we were making a choice.
Oh,
I can't
We
talk to
give
anybody.
our lives for the city, on the moon, in the Black Garden. Rasputin hasn't so much as glanced.
He doesn't
in
have
our
eyes.
direction.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I failed to protect our people
He
before.
is technically our
Must
Sauron,
bear
right?
that responsibility. Be ready.
Maybe that's the metaphor.
yeah.
The city doesn't look to Rasputin for protection, for good reason. If it comes
Okay.
to it, we Guardians must be the ones to make a hard
Zavala,
choice.
I don't think there's any
be
choice
told,
that involves us not
I
allying
don't
with
believe
Rasputin.
Rasputin even knows what sacrifice is.
Oh wow. To your
Yeah,
earlier
see?
point, Zavala, did you hear what
Yeah.
he said?
He,
Yeah. I don't think that he even knows what sacrifice is.
yeah, I feel
Hmm,
like like as
interesting.
far as he's concerned, we could just very potentially be, a set of likely to unlikely variables. We just represent, a ratio. Like we have this much chance of survival, they have this much chance. You guys have the advantage.
Alright, I can't do anything right now.
Well, this says it requires Rasputin permissions, which that sounds like an item of some sort. Yo, is that a coffee mug with a War Mind logo on it? Who is drinking coffee?
Yeah, it's interesting that they had time to get these made.
Right? Right? Who was fanboying or fangirling up in here?
Wait, no. But remember, this is an old bunker that was for Rasputin. So at one point, somebody could have made that cup. It's just a really old cup. I guess it's been here for like a really long time.
Well, hey, dear. Nothing like good craftsmanship. Look at how long that cup lasted, see? And that is why we don't use paper straws. Okay, so we have...
What are we supposed to do
the
here?
main objective is we have to interact with the main terminal to gain access to Rasputin's network. I believe that's this. Let's see. Interact. Okay, what did I do? Oh. Well then, there you go.
Oh, they disappeared.
What?
It would have been nice to talk to Anna too, but I guess you could only talk to one of them.
Listen, they only had the budget for one paragraph in that scene. If you looked closely, Anna was holding up little index cards.
Oh yeah, man, listen to that music.
I do like this music. I really like the way this is unfolding in more of like a mission, and it's got more of a mission structure to it, which I am totally on board for. Love it. It doesn't feel like, this feels like a narrative. This is probably the most driven piece of content we've gotten so far, dear. All this time, and we've only talked we've talked to vendors, but we haven't been doing anything out of the ordinary. And even charging up the light made sense for me, because that just gave me an excuse to go back and do escalation protocol.
Yeah. Right? Yeah.
Oh no, isn't this the distress song? Doesn't Rasputin play this kind of music when he's under duress?
Yeah, when he's distressed.
Yeah.
Oh jeez. Look at some dead fallen right here. Does anybody ever go around cleaning up bodies? I feel like that would be a necessity, because otherwise you just have corpses.
I feel like Rasputin and his gaggle of minions probably do all the cleaning. Have you seen his gaggle of minions? Like the first time you go to the bunker, and there's just a bunch of Rasputin robots just waddling around.
Yeah, that's
Is this the way we came in?
Yes.
Oh.
But I think now we need to talk to this thing.
Yeah, that thing has a name.
Rasputin, EDZ.
See? If your last name was EDZ, wouldn't you want everyone to pronounce it correctly? Stop looking at me like that.
So wait, what do we need to do now?
Okay, so,
It says you can purchase upgrades to bring new bunker systems online. These systems will strengthen Rasputin's integration and new capabilities. Okay.
Okay. So what does that mean? We're going to be making connections to the world through the world? Like through other bunkers? Kind of the same way we did the obelisks?
I think so, but how do I upgrade this bunker?
Maybe the main terminal? I don't know.
Oh, this over here?
They just dropped me a bunch of stuff and I'm trying to look at it. I noticed that I've already gotten a bunch of the Season of the Undying armor, so kudos, I guess. Kudos on that coming back.
Oh, here we go. EDZ bunker upgrades.
Is it a terminal like the obelisk? With the bunker back online, you can purchase upgrades. These upgrades will upgrade. Oh, really? Is that what they do? Legend or Master Teal Ordeal completions grant the most efficient progress. Good lord. Ugh.
Okay, so I can only get one thing, which is the...
Where you at, though? Oh, I see.
Which is the Valkyrie spawner tier 1.
That sounds fun.
Oh, I guess those are
Wait.
those... Yeah, you can...
I can't pick up anything. Oh well.
So, you see at the top where it
EDZ.
says EDZ Armory and EDZ Bunker
I don't see
upgrades?
EDZ Armory at all. All I see is Seraph bunker upgrades, bounties, and bunker rank bonuses.
So under Seraph Bunker upgrades, you don't see two, like, rectangular
I
icons?
do see the rectangular icons, yes.
Okay, so the first one should say EDZ
Okay.
Armory, and the second one should say EDZ Bunker upgrades.
Okay, but what am I looking for exactly? Because everything in here isn't something I can buy.
Oh, well, yeah, so I think you just need to get an upgrade, right? So when I preview it, it looks like the only thing I can do is the Valkyrie spawner tier 1 under rank 1.
Okay, that's pretty
Do you see
specifically
that?
detailed. It's called the what?
The Valkyrie spawner tier 1.
What, under miscellaneous?
No,
No, I don't see that.
so when you go to EDZ bunker upgrades, and then when you preview it,
Yeah. Ooh, bunker chipset purchase.
okay, do you see?
Uh,
Yeah, I don't know what that means,
it's probably
But-
like the encryption
but I think.
keys. Remember those?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
So the only thing that I can choose here is Valkyrie spawner tier 1, which is in the rank
so can
1
I.
area.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So I think that's the default one we need to do
alright,
right
got
now.
that. Oh wow. And then planetary
Yes.
material auto collection tier 1. But wow, that took all my Warmind bits basically. Alright. Sounds good.
Oh yeah, I don't have enough to get
The
anything yet,
Seraph
so...
bunker's up and running for the first time since the Dark Age, really. Wow.
We're not ready for the almighty yet, but this is the first step.
Seraph Warsat network. Oof. So we're gonna have
Big Red and I need a...
Big Red. Big Red. Nothing like a little futuristic red
Need a
scare.
hand updating the Seraph button. There we go.
What? Wait, say that again? Which?
It says Big Red and I need a hand updating the Seraph bunker
I heard
network. Whole system will benefit, we promise.
I heard that accent.
What accent?
You don't think I know when I'm hearing Jessica's from different regions?
Oh, Oh, you got localized Jessica.
Clearly. Ooh. Season pass rank 92 perk required. Okay. Guess I'm not picking up this sidearm.
What?
Yeah, in the EDZ armory, there's a sidearm called the 7th Seraph SI-2. And it says, right under the name, Season Pass rank 92 perk required. Woof.
Oh my god. Wow. It's like, yeah, you're gonna be here for a while, so get comfortable.
Like, hit the back button. You've got roughly 96 days and 13 hours. Good luck.
Enjoy that sequestered work from home life.
Yeah. Skydock 4 on Legendary? What is that? Head to Skydock 4 and defeat Devourer Darg to retrieve Warmind bits. I love that they tell you what the reward will be up front. That's a good way to replay old content. Want to do it quickly? Get some Warmind bits, or do you want to? What do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm into it. Let's see.
Okay, why not? I've still got some bounties to look at. I played some Crucible. Got salty. You know?
Oh, what is this?
Also,
Is this what you were talking
what?
about? Right here. Check this out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, let's do it. Were you not shaking your feet? All right. Look, I got some good feelings about this so far. Getting Me
a lot of
too.
good vibes. Getting a lot of that Peter, MJ, Harry dichotomy. It's
Peter, MJ.
Yeah. It's so crazy that people still to this very day consider, the Spider-Man and Raimi movies to be like the definitive, the definitive collection of films for at least superhero movies. And, I gotta say, in terms of the spirit, absolutely. The third one did go a bit awry, but that wasn't Sam Raimi's fault. At least not entirely.
Not entirely.
I can tell the story he wanted to tell. And it's obvious just by...
Whoa. Yeah, we can't do this anymore. We can't do this right now. It says recommended power 1000.
Nice. What do you mean you can't do 1000? That's not too far up from what we are right now.
We're like 970 something.
I'm 9.
Yeah, I'm not even making a dent.
I'm 963.
I am. Okay, I'm 963 too. Case in point.
Guardian down.
Ah! Yeah.
Whew. Alright. Oh, that's an unstoppable. Oh, he's unstoppable. Oh, he's an unstoppable incendior. Oops. Yep, dick. Ah! Bitch. Oh, God. Help me. Yeah, dear, help me get him. I got him on the ropes. Ah! Ah! Get him. See? Never say never, dear. Ah!
Well, that was only the beginning.
Yeah, you're right. Here, you gotta trust the fungus, okay? Nothing is impossible. Only really hard looking. Alright, that's a barrier one. You got any barriers on you? Got any barrier, anti-barrier weaponry on you?
No, I don't.
Alright, you gotta give me a second then. I gotta steal a,
Guardian down.
Ah, jeez.
Never mind. I gotta steal either an auto rifle or a pulse rifle from one of my. I have to steal an auto rifle or a submachine gun from one of my other characters. Maybe after these messages.
Wait, let me check if well while I'm dead, maybe I can
While you're dead.
see if there's anything I can use. Yeah.
That's the luxury of being a guardian, you know. Oh yes, Ghost, don't pull me out of the next timeline yet. Hold on, I'm still reading this book. Alright. How about I take out not the bug out bag. You know what? I just need a good sidearm. How about the breach light? I'm all about that breach light life.
Yeah, I like the breach light.
I was twerking that thing in the Empyrean Foundation until I got a good roll of it. Just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It was worth it though. I hope you got everything you ever wanted from that crazy event.
From what?
Empyrean Foundation, Season of the Dawn, you know, hope all your armors and weapons were good ones.
Yeah, I did enjoy that. I could have. The one thing I didn't get is the pigeons, but it's all right.
Yeah, that was a lot. We just have to do it during the.
Yeah.
All we gotta do is just do it during the you know, while the season is crabbing out. All you can do. Oh yeah, don't forget to check your artifact. Mine just. I mean, I didn't even realize that it was given to me until I just had it there.
Yeah, me too.
Grants weapon shield piercing, bypassing combat defenses. Yes. And what is this? Overload rounds from sidearms and hand cannons. That is weird and surprising
That's
to me.
weird.
But you know what that says to me? That says to me, hey man, use the Drang. Like, I want to use the Sturm and the Drang to just stop people dead in their tracks. Sure. That sounds fun, actually. Alright. So, yeah, I'm going to have to make it sidearms. Anti-barrier sidearms for all. And then there's something else that gives you extra sword reserves. Extra reserves of the sword. Why they spoiling me?
Anti-barrier SMG. Okay.
Enhanced small arms loader, sure. Enhanced unflinching auto rifle aim. You know what that'll go well with.
Yeah, I got that.
That will definitely go well with our new friend.
Yep. Yep.
Uninterrupted fire grants bullets that cause disruption. Delaying ability energy. Okay, I think I'll get that. So at least I have anti-barrier and overload. I'm not worried about unstoppable because Devil's Ruin,
so I think
Leviathan's Breath, Cheeks of the Wolf. You know, that third one doesn't exist, but you get me.
Cheeks of the Wolf.
Sure that one is in the, I don't think that made it into the final game. Okay, so the buzzard is anti-barrier now. Alright, we're happy. I do not have an auto rifle. Dear, who uses auto rifles?
I mean, I use auto rifles.
Case in point. Nah. But now I have to use one. Do you have a recommendation? It's for my secondary slot, so.
For your secondary slot. Actually, I'm not carrying one right now.
You're not carrying and.
No?
Alright.
Let me just make sure. Yeah, I'm carrying a bunch of scout rifles, shotguns, and sidearms. That's my life right now.
You said sniper rifles, sidearms, and shotguns? So they're either
Yeah.
really long range or up close.
Scout rifle.
Oh.
Yeah, they can be
I thought you
both.
said shotguns for some reason. I was like, what?
I do have shotguns. So I have shotguns, scout rifles, and sidearms.
Okay, for some reason I don't have a very good auto rifle that also happens to be, I mean, really? Not even Uriel's gift, or... Wow, no love. Alright, clearly I am an auto rifle racist. Oh,
You are
here's
racist.
Uriel's gift. Oh, I knew I had one. Man, you're not supposed to agree. You know what? Never mind. I'm just gonna go over here with a... Some guardians wear their helmets way off to the side. Not the robes tucked low. Get their glimmer by the 40 and their noodles deep fried.
Man, these...
I think we all know who we're talking about. What? You do get your noodles deep fried.
These think for... I don't eat noodles or
Guardians
deep fry
eat
them.
noodles.
What do you mean?
Buzz Killington.
Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't sure what you were talking about.
It's okay, Buzz Killington. Someone
You're
has to
Buzz
kill the
Killington.
Buzz after
That's-
all.
I was about to say, these Think 14 weapons are like, what happened to you? You standing there and died?
No, there's things down here that want to kill us.
Oh.
I was wondering
okay.
where you were, so I ran a bit ahead, and then,
I was standing right in front of you.
I thought you were gonna follow me. That's all.
I was right in front of you, cheek.
Alright, you ready?
Mm-hmm. What? Wow. That literally took one shot.
Wow. Wow. So much shield.
Yeah.
I gotta say, this is effing impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, that took one shot.
Whoa! Alright, it's a good thing. It's a good thing that sword blocking is definitely on a bar now, because that would have killed me. That would have killed me otherwise. And taken all my ammo. Okay, so barrier champions are not to be trifled with. I've got anti-barrier on my buzzard.
They're
So we've got that. Huh?
I just want to point out that they're like 30 levels above
That's
us.
fine. That doesn't really worry me too much. I mean, all that means is that they do damage. It's not like they have access to tumbles or anything.
No, they don't have anything advanced, but it's gonna be.
What do you mean? How advanced do
Maybe
you need
hard
it to
to-
be? It's just, you know, anti-barrier, unstoppable. You gotta have faith, dear. Trust the fungus. I think that's half the fun. You know, when was the last time we played an event that we were actually challenged by? I think it's fantastic that we finally got enemies that are stronger than we are. Now we get to play this like things
Yeah, it.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I mean, in that Cabal's defense, you stood in one place and just threw... So all he did was look at you and go, haha, brrr. I mean,
But it took like 2 bullets, is what I'm.
I don't... It sounds like the only thing you're saying is, I can't do this with my brain turned off. This
Okay.
isn't that bad. It really isn't.
All right.
You're just, you know, just learning the value of good armor. And, and healings. I mean, if you genuinely don't want to try and I'm wasting my time, we can leave. But, you know.
I mean, I don't mind
It doesn't
trying.
sound like you
I
wanna
just
try.
let me...
It sounds like you've already convinced yourself that this is somehow impossible.
Guardian down.
I keep getting killed with like 2 bullets. Like they barely touch
That's
me
cool.
and I'm dead.
You notice I'm not dying that way? So it's not like it's a given that you're gonna die in 2 shots. We just, anyway, I think we'll just stop because, like I said, there's a way to do this. You know, I don't see you going back any further. Using these little bunkers back here, little space. You know, set up a rift. Poke a sniper rifle out of it.
Guardian down.
Okay, I wouldn't have set up a rift down here. I mean, this. It's not easy being green. Alright, so let's go for now. There is no crab. There is no I in crab, unfortunately.
There is not.
Well, I mean, you gotta try a little.
Unless you're gonna call it a crib. Then there's an I.
No. It's just a little bit extra effort. We'll get there. We'll get there.
I have no doubt that we will.
And I mean, like, we'll get there without having to massively outrank and outlevel it. It's totally possible to skill your way through that. You just gotta not get salty.
Okay.
And not stand still while using your super. Don't ever do that. That is how you get shot in the flanks. Eaten by the fallen.
Alright, so we're gonna come back to that.
I suppose.
Yes.
That wasn't too bad, though.
What's the next step?
What's your anti-barrier weapon?
Let's see. It was the breach light.
I'm surprised you didn't pick I'm surprised you didn't pick that for submachine gun. Interesting. Because I wanted to do that with a submachine gun. The only good one I have that's like an energy weapon is the bug out bag. That came from Gambit. It's like a solar submachine gun.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I didn't pick it. Because I couldn't think of a good submachine gun that wasn't an exotic that I could use it on.
That you could use what on? The,
you know?
Oh, well, yeah.
The little mod
Well,
thingy.
you got the,
yeah.
I think it's called the Pillager from Gambit. That's a kinetic one. And the bug out bag from Gambit is also good. I think Gambit weapons in general are just really nice. They have a very nice style to them. It's like a very what's the word? Kind of like World War II. He's the guy selling the the counterfeit bombs. And the ammos under over the shoulder. Like he's the one that brings the Jericho to the terrorists. No, like literally that's what he's doing in like the first 10 minutes of his movie. But yeah. Just selling weapons to terrorism. But I don't know. All I know is that whether we wanted it or not. Okay. Okay, Bray. Okay, Anna. Okay, Zavala. So we're slightly outclassed. but not outdone. Not
A
outdone.
little bit.
Okay, we're old, not obsolete.
Old, not obsolete.
Like, I know we want to collectively forget that Terminator Genesis ever happened, but I do have a lot of fun with that line.
Which one?
The old, not obsolete line.
Oh, that's not from Genesis. That's from Terminator 3.
Are you sure? I could have sworn I heard him say that in Genesis.
Was he even in Genesis?
Are you joking? Emilia Clarke calls him
Oh,
Pops.
Wait.
Genesis, the one where John Connor's a robot.
Wait.
Wait, what?
You know what? I was thinking of Salvation for some reason.
Oh, the Sam Worthington one?
Yeah. Yeah, the one with
That's the one with the rubber
where
Arnold.
Christian Bale is John Connor.
That's the one with the
Yes.
prosthetic Arnold.
Yes.
It's the only Terminator movie that does not star Arnold, but they still got a prosthetic Arnold.
Yeah, they said they wanted him to be on it, but he was in the middle
Governating?
of, you know, being the governator. Yeah, and he was like, "Well, I don't have any time for this, so you guys do."
And they looked at him and they were like, "Do you really want your swan song to be 3?"
Well, clearly not.
Yeah, he.
Clearly
Yeah, now he's cool.
not. Nice.
You know, I am looking forward to seeing this place
Oh,
and the way it
man.
evolves over the season. And I like how diverse these bounties are. I mean, at least I think they realized if they're going to have the bulk of your power crawl be tied to bounties. That they could at least diversify up the bounties and what they ask you to do. I swear, if I got another
Yep.
sniper rifle, rocket launcher, bow, set of weapon bounties, I was gonna lose my mind. It's like, y'all do know that there's auto rifles, submachine guns, swords, shotgun. There's a lot of other things. Where you want to go, to the tower? I see you staring at your crab ghost.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, what can we do that's not too crazy.
There's Gambit, there's Crucible, and I think
Let's do some Crucible.
I think right now, hold on. I think right now in Crucible, I think the special one we have is Momentum. Let's see.
What's Momentum?
That's Momentum Crucible, where no radar, weapons do absurd amounts of damage. And I think zones taken are instantaneously taken. They're not instantaneously taken, but you don't have to, you know, take their name off and then capture. It just captures. Let's see. Classic mix. All right, so we got Control on the casual side. And Showdown. Have you ever tried Showdown? It's
What's
weird.
Showdown?
All right. It's fight for valor by defeating opponents and preventing revives. Win the most rounds or face off.
Preventing.
So each team has a shared pool of lives, and whoever depletes the other team's lives, you know, reserves first wins. You want to do some Control just to get your feet stretched? We'll talk about the other modes.
Yeah,
I
sure.
think we can do a lot in Crucible this season if you feel like it. Rumble's fun. Survival is fun. That's how I got my Salt rank up just in time for the season to end. Because I had to get to Brave in Glory, which is playing competitive. Love it. And when you lose in competitive, they take points away from you.
Erg.
It was alright though. It was alright. I am remiss though. I have not had a chance to use that weapon yet. I went through all that stuff to get it. Just to never use it. I mean, I don't know, dear. It's a linear fusion rifle. How popular are those?
Not that popular.
You know, it's like a trace rifle. You kind of use it for the novelty. And then you look in your mirror and at your inventory and say, man, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah.
You look up, you've still got the horror story equipped. Whoa. What are you doing? Is that what I think it is?
Oh, the horror story. Man, that's crazy.
That was fun, I gotta say. I think this has probably been, with a hiccup here and there, probably one of their more consistent years.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
I think, yeah.
Oh, so the title is Flawless.
Oh, for trials? Yeah, we'll check it close, because there's one for trials and then there's another one for the season in general. But yeah, I read that. People are going to be going to the lighthouse like crazy.
For
the top rank regardless, because there's
okay,
a top rank
so
in the
yeah.
seasonal event, and then there's an actual top rank for the like for the actual season. Yeah.
For the season. Yeah.
So what's the season one since?
So Flawless, and you have to visit the lighthouse. So there's
so
only
right next to it is the
like,
title Almighty. That's the season title. Like I said, there's one for the activity. If you look down at the seals themselves, there's one for the seasonal activity, and then there's one for the season. The one for the season is called Almighty. It's right next to the trials one.
Control.
Complete all season of the worthy triumphs. All triumphs, blah, blah, blah. It looks like most of it's just centered around clearing bunkers.
yeah.
And one of these things is, oh, clear 3 Seraph bunkers in a day. Sure. What?
Capture
And you get
defend
100 Warm Mind bits.
That's actually a lot of bits. That's a lot of bits. Why am I still holding this
Yeah.
sidearm? Why does my brain hate me?
I do not know.
I don't know why I'm using weapons I would never
You
use
captured
in the
Zone
Crucible.
C. Enemy
Like
claims
this
Zone
thing.
A.
Yeah, let's use this brand new weapon that we just got. Have you used the Tommy's Typewriting Retribution 2.0, The Reckoning?
I have.
How do you like it?
It's cool. It did a lot of damage when I was doing that thingamabob, but it's like you have to be very judicious with it.
I kind of like the risk reward inherent with using it. It's a lot of fun to use in that respect.
Yeah.
I love it for that reason.
That's pretty cool. You can't just, keep your finger mashed in there and expect.
Yeah, but like the Touch of Malice, you can just choose to take a hit for the greater good. That little damage bump might be just what you needed to take him out. That little bit on the top.
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes
Yeah.
it fun.
Mm-hmm.
They just took the lead.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, people are using fusion rifles that they should not be using. I do not approve. Who said this was okay?
You don't approve of the fusion
don't.
rifles?
No. I haven't used a
Enemy
fusion rifle in
claims
so
Zone
long.
B.
The loaded question is also amazing. If you ever find
captured
yourself
Zone A.
earning that
You have
from
zone
Vanguard,
advantage.
it's a fantastic weapon. You'll never put it down.
Okay.
Zone C lost. You captured Zone B. Zone advantage is yours.
Move! Thank you. They're gonna try and take Zone B back from us for some reason. So, be careful, true believers.
Okay.
The hallway with the heavy in it, and right in front of Zone B is a little bit hot right now.
Okay.
Enemies all over it. How the fuck?
Okay, that's not working out the way I wanted to. Let's switch.
Zone A is looking kind of fuzzy. The hallway behind Zone B is hot, but nothing is actually in it. People are camping on heavy for some reason. We're kind of scattered all over the place is what I'm trying to say. Like,
yeah.
all the strategies are not... Oh, gosh!
Yeah.
Alright, if I get killed by the Steel Feather Repeater one more time, I'm going to take it back to Season of the Dawn on these fools. Alright, I was not made aware of this. I didn't sign up for this.
Zone C captured. Zone advantage is yours.
Get that fool. Oh. Well, that was still teamwork, you know.
Yeah.
He ran straight into your fist.
And I hadn't...
Right? You just had your fist out?
I had no ammo. So I had to... Yeah.
Ouch! Okay, that was bad omens.
Uh-oh.
You know, that rocket didn't hit me, which is going to lead me to assume, I don't know. I mean, maybe the wind is what, the wind passing by my face is actually what killed me.
The enemy has gained ground, but it's not over. Zone B captured. Zone advantage is yours.
Alright, I took Zone B, but I got killed in the process.
Oh.
God damn it.
Did you kill anyone on your way over?
Lost.
Ah.
Was it worth it in
I
a
did.
transactional sense?
Hard to tell. It looks like we're losing, so maybe not.
Oh, that's not good. This is actually a pretty bad game. I'm trying to find my place in the world.
Only 5 minutes
The problem is
left.
I don't know what weapon that is. I'm gonna just bounce a grenade off the wall.
Zone
if you
B
guys don't mind.
captured. You have advantage.
I've got Fighting Lion if you guys actually want to storm the rebel base. I mean, you can do this.
Oh man, I was taking C. That was so much fun.
Zone A lost.
Well, it's not
You said you have Fighting Line?
Fighting Lion. Well, you know what they say. It's not over until Shaq sings. We're only 14 behind.
And he's very shy, from what I've
I've
heard.
heard that. I have indeed heard that. Yes. Ha!
Double down.
Oh, that was great. That was a great Fighting Lion shot. I'm running. Nope. Yeah, someone's daybreaking their way over to Zone C, so beware of that. He's probably gonna run out before he reaches.
That is such a short super. I wish it lasted longer.
No. Alright, so that guy's running in the back tunnels. A grenade blew up in his face earlier, so he's weak. Okay, thank you.
Zone B lost.
Good stuff, good stuff. We should probably go for A or B.
There's the...
I'm gonna go for B.
Yeah, I'm going for
Shit,
B too.
I'm dead. I died by C. There's only one person over there. If the rest of the team didn't eat him like piranha.
Ah, man.
What is Where'd you at?
I think we took everyone out near B, but we need to take the zone. Like...
Yeah, I'm defending C, but yeah, it's slim pickings. I'm gonna try and go for B in the middle. There's a lot of people in the middle though.
Okay.
And someone's sniping.
Yeah, like maybe...
Someone's sniping the middle of B. I mean, yeah, somebody's sniping near B right now, as we speak. I'm firing the Fighting Lion into like the front of the corridor, but they're in that little hallway.
Okay.
I think they're gonna try and take C, because I just see red all over Zone C right now.
Your opponents have built a lead.
Taking A.
Whoa, hello. And there's a golden gun behind Zone C.
Yeah.
Have advantage. Zone C lost.
Oh, damn it. Nah, alright, I'm gonna try and circle back to A. I mean to B.
B's fine. I like B.
To B.
I said I'm going for B. A lot of
Okay.
people in the middle.
Ah! Damn it, they got me.
I've never seen so much proliferate in red just all over my damn screen. Yeah, there's just red everywhere. Like it's just my radar is red.
Your radar's red.
Just surrounded by enemies. As George Lucas said, there are enemies on both sides. Sure, George. Thank you.
You captured Zone C. You have advantage.
What? Look, that's what the title crawl for Revenge of the Sith says. It says there are enemies on both sides. Like, what
1 minute left.
What the F does that mean, George Lucas? You're welcome, Kanye. What is he talking about?
Zone A.
Oh, wow, that poor guy jumped off the level. He didn't want to get killed by a shield titan. So he sooner jumped off the level and Alt F forward himself.
Damn.
Alt F forward.
That's
He deleted
brutal.
his System 32, dear.
30 seconds remaining.
That's just suicide. Why would you even do that?
I told him to clean up his desktop. He brought out the Lysol. No. It's the boomer energy is too strong.
The boomer energy.
10
We're gonna-
seconds.
Oh, wow.
Well, not for lack of trying, I
That
say.
did not work out.
Rise from this loss and fight again.
Oh, wow. Lumina Catalyst.
Ooh.
Uh?
What?
The Lumina has a Master Twerk?
You eat monsters for breakfast. You can win a battle
Masterwork
for territory.
Lumina?
Again.
That's a thing. Okay. Well, you know what that means. That means we get to put away the Suros. Suros. AKA the best weapon to come out of Destiny 1.
The best weapon.
I actually liked it a little. I liked it more in the original Destiny. That is so weird. Your name still says Zero Light.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why that's happening.
Because the game, they're like, yeah. Look at what she's doing at 0 light. Imagine it at 963. Pretty sure that's they're giving you the props. They're giving you props.
That's pretty
for the
awesome, I
props you
think.
do.
Or props you
Alright,
do.
I can't seem to B button my way out of this, so I don't know what Destiny is doing to us right now. Did you want to B button out of this or jump in another one?
I want it to be button my way.
I don't have a B button prompt. We're just floating here, and it says,
And
says
right now,
control. It's a very ironic metaphor.
And for me, it's just a black screen with like loading.
You know, every time
Oh,
I have
Bungie.
a problem,
Fix your game.
every time I have a
Bungie.
problem, you have a problem. And every time you have a problem, it's always involving black people. I don't understand this. What exclusive version of Destiny do you have where Zavala is always the problem?
What?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so number one, I said a black screen, not a black person.
Oh, a black screen.
And number two, what makes you think
That's not
Yeah,
racist at all.
screen?
Yep. You heard it here first, folks.
Well, okay, let's
Destiny
go
player
with what
hears
you're
black
saying.
scream when in orbit. Blames game. Hashtag Gabriel is problematic. Hashtag cash. Hashtag cancel Gabriel.
A black screen.
Hashtag unfamiliar monster.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, that's just good spin.
All right. Well, I think we just got kicked out of control. If
Yes,
I'm not
I
mistaken.
got error code Newt. We are really going through this menagerie, aren't we? Now there's Newt. Like the Gingrich?
Yeah. Now there's Newt.
I'm glad that that's one of those like bizarre names that is probably gonna die out at least within the next 5 to 10 years. I don't think anyone's naming their children Newt.
Gingrich?
No, Newt. Like specifically his first name.
No.
Newt. It's just mean. Why would you do that? Like all those poor children named Khaleesi. They're gonna have to grow up like this.
Like, I don't think that's a good name. I don't like Khaleesi as a name. It's got too many syllables.
I like it as a pet name, not as a human name. Like I'd name a
Right,
bird Khaleesi
exactly.
or a cat.
Yeah, that's a good animal name, now that I think about it.
But yeah, it does sound a bit strange when you're actually like
Talking about a
Yes.
human? Yeah.
It's like when you're playing Anthem and everybody calls you freelancer because it's your job.
Yeah, it's like, what?
It's like, all right, I don't call you
Right.
merchant.
It's like, well... Right. I don't know. It's because in Destiny, everyone calls you Guardian. And in Destiny, it makes sense because being a Guardian is like an honor, you know, but... Freelancer?
Yeah, right? Like, are you taking pride in your ability to not commit to a particular path of life? And instead you just do all of them.
It's because they were trying to be Destiny without playing
That's
Destiny.
the craziest thing I've ever
The hard...
seen. Like, where you want to copy off of something, but at the same time, you don't want to actually reference it, the things you're copying.
Yeah, like, so...
Like, hey guys, we're totally not inspired by Destiny at all. Respawning restricted zone. Alright, then why do you have these? Canonically, how do these fit in the world of
What are you talking about?
Anthem?
They have
Why
those.
does your suit arbitrarily lock out your ability to respawn? That seems like a pretty, seems like a pretty detrimental failsafe. Oh, you mean it only triggers when you're outnumbered?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, who designed this?
What? I don't know. Hey, have you played Diablo 2?
Oh my gosh, that's just mean. Oh man, what? Oh wow. What? You guys don't have PCs? No. It's not what we use it for.
You guys don't have phones?
That was amazing. That was amazing in its tone deafness. Like, way to miss the point.
Right.
Like, that's just, nope. Just say it. We want to make money from China. And mobile, free-to-play games with high engagement towards their microtransactions are all the rage in China and South Korea. People love buying in and customizing their characters up. So, you're just making a version for them. And there is nothing wrong with that, dude. Nothing wrong with that. The problem is that you announce that before you announce Diablo 4.
Yeah.
And then when they asked you, they said, hey, you know, all right, this is cool and all, you mobile game. Do you guys have any plans on making Diablo 4? And they were like, at this time, we're going to focus on this crap. And people were like, He gave you a PR get out of jail free card. You should have said something like, wait until...
Yeah, I mean, it would have been easy enough to say, yeah, you know, we're still working on that. You know, we just thought, like, that would have been an easy Oh, I just got kicked
They
out.
could have done anything to make it seem like they just weren't selling out, which is really the real purpose of the question. The real purpose of the question wasn't, hey man, is Diablo 4 coming out? The subtext of that question is, do you guys still have control over your creative output? Because this is something very much unlike you, and we are worried. That's really the subtext of that question. And for him to say, no, at this time, we do not, you pretty much confirm the biases of at least half the people in the room who suspected that you're not making Diablo 4 because you're trying to make a easy cash-in version for Chinese people. So that was just bad PR, bad messaging, you know, all around.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't envy him. It's like, wait, I got to do a press run for Anthem? You know I only played that one part where you're flying, right? I mean, I could talk about flying.
The flying
style. Oh, yeah, you have to fly through waterfalls. Okay. Anywho, I would love to see Anthem a year from now. See where it is. I would love to see where Destiny 2 is, conversely, in that same time frame. Because if they know what's good for them, dear, they will pay attention this time to everybody and hopefully make something worth money. How dare you take John Barenthal's likeness and do nothing with it? And you don't have the luxury of a good story like Ford v Ferrari did. You don't sideline the Barenthals. John Barenthal is in Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Heretofore known as one of the worst live service releases of 2019. And yes, that is also in the year that Anthem also came out. Somehow, Ghost Recon Breakpoint, starring John Barenthal, managed to be slightly worse. And it got a Terminator DLC. Because we didn't see Terminator Dark Fate content. Because seeing it in the other 3 games was not enough of a reach. We had to get this guy from the Depends aisle. I'm like, I don't know.
From the Depends aisle.
But. Season of the Worthy, day 1.
Very much enjoyed that.
How do you feel about this Seraph activity? A little bit too chaotic? Vex Offensive 2.0 with
It's a little chaotic. Well, it's a little bit chaotic, but it also functions like a public event, so I really don't mind it. You know, it's like it's got some, you know, escalation protocol elements in there.
Lightning crackle, horde.
Yeah, something like that. And I think what's gonna happen is, you know, right now the enemies are a little more difficult than, you know, like they're like 980 and we're like 963. But like in a week or two, that's not gonna be an issue. So,
Well, then we better hope they have a
I get the
better rewards.
I bet they will.
Because I'm down. Hero difficulty in the Nightfalls now.
I bet they will.
Nightfall the Ordeal.
Oh,
and they really did follow through with that Grandmaster idea. Oh my gosh. The Grandmaster difficulty, dear, is 1010 power. And when you highlight it, it says, "Oh, hey, this mode won't be available until April 21st. You know, check back here on that day to challenge you and your fire team or something similar." Oh, so you got booted? You're not coming back?
Oh, I see. I got booted. Are you?
I was in orbit. I was waiting for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it booted me too. It gave me something else like Anteater or something weird. I think just the world is probably signing in today, so someone from Germany is just eating our connection. Gotta love that first day of the season. Where apparently, poor Destin. I think some of the changes this season was definitely down to Destin Legary's rant earlier in the year about how he's doing stuff. It doesn't matter. Or he's got a bunch of really great weapons and rolls and armor and everything, but he just doesn't have anything to use it on. Or any reason to switch out his old stuff.
Yeah.
And I think he got us, though. Because he was like, yeah, I'm going to hit the soft cap day one. And I'm like, no, you're not. Stop. Shh, shh, shh. You're going to change it for everybody.
Yeah, they definitely slowed down the progression.
Yeah, you felt it.
They slowed it down. Yeah, it wouldn't have been out of the question for us to hit the soft cap in like a couple of days.
Well, all right. Well, hitting the soft cap is, that's when your drops are that level. Like when your baseline level is that, like I'm 363, right? That was from a season where the technically the pinnacle legendaries were like dropping at 264 and 265 and whatnot, and the top level was 270.
Right.
So it's always
it's
always a little bit off the max. So that's at least reasonable. I don't know though. There's a lot to do, and not seemingly. Not that not having direction is a bad thing, because it just opens up the floor for us to try whatever we want. But I don't know. I think even just taking a look at this roadmap, it looks like this season is off to a great start. And bonus, they also, again, hey, listening to the community, they did not list every single event, every single drop. They didn't list every piece of content that's coming up in the season pass. Something that, was mentioned because of what went down with the Corridors of Time and Bastion. A lot of people agreed that the prize itself wasn't the problem. I mean, it kind of was, but it was the fact that people knew beforehand because it was on the roadmap. People knew about the Bastion. I think when you reveal exotics and things like that, nobody should know that's coming. I know you want to provide people a clear picture of what they're paying for. Now that they're paying for it directly, so that does make sense. But at the same time, your existing fan base needs to... You need to generate... You need to engage your existing fan base, too. You have to.
Yeah. I think what's interesting is that we were at a point before where we didn't know what the hell Bungie was going to do. You didn't know if they were going to be like, oh, well, now in this, this week, you're going to just download a bunch of, engrams and, maybe you'll get something good. Oh, I just got kicked off again. What the hell?
It just said you left.
I just got kicked off.
Oh, great. So now it's your turn? So now they're just going to take turns just jumping on you?
Apparently so. Let's see. I'll try and join you again.
Did I just get booted? Error code Beetle.
Did you get booted?
Oh, I got kicked to orbit, but that's still...
I got kicked to orbit,
okay,
too.
So let's see. Looking at this thing aside. Alright, so... Destiny 2, Season of the Worthy. New PvE activity. We already know that. 3 reprised PvP maps.
Yeah.
I already played on one of them. God. I cannot believe they brought that map back. First Rusted Lands. Now this. All these Destiny 1 maps are just coming out of the woodwork. Trials of Osiris returns. New legendary weapons. Iron Banner exotic quest. Woo! The Iron Will butt flap. New artifact. 100 plus seasonal ranks, new exotic armor, new exotic weapons, sandbox ability tuning. The fruits of which I've already eaten thoroughly. A warlock hit me in the face from across the street. Said, alright, yep, there's that warlock range buff. They needed that. You hear me, Luke Smith? Warlocks need to be able to hit you from across a football field. With one eye closed.
They sure
and
do.
no hands. But fine. Titans need nerf. No, they don't. No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Nerf, okay? But yeah, the Seraph Towers. I'm pretty sure DSR Joker is already passionately writing his rant script.
Yeah.
He's already getting his rant on.
Yeah, I'm sure his rant is locked and loaded.
But I think even he would be impressed at least by the, the little thing you put on the end. Bungie.net. Have multiple platforms? Yes, I do. Where's crossplay, Bungie? Crossplay. Let me play with PC users. I was watching this movie the other day. This gentleman was talking about the gap between people that consider themselves casual and competitive games and people that are pros. And he said a lot of it, and I agreed with him totally. He said a lot of it's down to, the fact that your average pro player is always constantly working out an algorithm in their head. And it's something that only makes sense to them. Because unlike people that casually play a game where you are more reacting to what's happening on screen while trying to maintain control, pro players, if you watch the way they move, or if you've ever seen, not that I am pro, but if you've ever seen the way you've seen me play Destiny, there's not a lot of dead air when I'm moving,
dead air.
There's not a lot of dead air in what I play. Like, I don't do things for no reason. When you see me come over to revive you, I'm usually shooting something at the same time or looking around. Like, I don't just stand on top of you and revive you. I'm moving around and looking while I'm doing it. Like, little things like that is what he meant. And I thought that was a very succinct way to put it. Whereas, somebody's playing it, they're reacting. Whereas somebody who knows the game well is more or less constantly creating scenarios that would make it most likely for them to win. Like when you see me running around and I keep drawing my bow. Why? Well, that puts me in an advantageous position, because if your head pokes around the corner, you've already lost. Little things like that.
Yeah. I see what you mean.
That's why you roll with me, Lou. And then we get stuck with a team full of blues.
Oh, jeez.
But alright, Season of the Worthy. I think aside from the soon-to-be mysterious explanation of what the quote-unquote Guardian games are.
The Guardian
games? Yes, that
games?
is on our roadmap. It's April 21st to May 11th is something called the Guardian Games. It's a free event, but it looks like the Olympics. Well, for Guardians. Because, yeah, the only thing that's on the roadmap really is Seraph Tower, Trials. There's a bunker on the EDZ and Moon, then Grandmaster, and Guardian Games. And that's the last thing before May.
Before May.
May
yeah.
is when. After May is when we get another bunker open on IO.
Another bunker? Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's just gonna be Rasputin things everywhere. And early prediction,
Yes.
day one prediction time. I know that gun. Do you think Rasputin's got our back, yo? Do you think Rasputin will put the team on his back, though?
Great question. I mean, I think Rasputin's got our back in so far as Rasputin views
What can I do for you, Titan?
our goal is to protect humanity. You know what I mean?
Kind of, yeah.
I mean, Rasputin's self-aware, but he also has a prime directive, right? Like, his prime directive is to protect humanity. Everything he's doing and has done has been about
I hope so.
So, and remember, I don't know if you remember this, but like, remember when we were watching the little lore thingies where you go around Mars listening to stuff about Rasputin, or War Minds rather, like War Minds. So War Minds are supposed to like, what's the word? Predict what, predict what's going to happen based on information that we ourselves may not be aware of, right? So, right, so it does whatever it needs to do, basically. No, in order to complete its mission, which is to, protect humanity. I think the problem with Rasputin is that the Vanguard is trying to be like, oh, well, we can use Rasputin as a weapon, and Rasputin doesn't trust that the Vanguard has all of the information that he does. Right. Right. Yeah, next thing you know, they're gonna be lasering the wrong thing. And, what's most important, because again, think, Rasputin's not a person. So is probably thinking, Rasputin's probably thinking, um, like, how do I explain? Like, okay, if its job as a war mind is to determine threats that we ourselves are not aware of, then if it allows itself to be wielded as a weapon, then it's inherently going to be asked to ignore key data points. Right, because Zavala doesn't, like, just Zavala, for example. Zavala does not know a lot of stuff. Like, the War Mind, on the other hand, has the ability to, like, collect a wider breadth of information, right? And because it's not a person or a guardian or a being with emotions, it's not concerned with things like love or altruism or right. So Savala was saying, it's like, I don't think it knows what sacrifice means. And I agree and disagree. I agree in that it doesn't see sacrifice the way we do, but it does understand that there are some assets that are more valuable than others in the grand scheme of things, right? So for example, if you go by the idea that it shot the traveler, right, to get it to stay, it eventually it concluded that keeping the traveler here was more valuable than the traveler itself. Right. So it sacrificed something. It, it didn't see it the way that we would see it, but in a way, it understands, plus and minus. It's an equation to it, and that's really all it is. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's, yeah. But it's an incredibly complex equation, right? Like he has data points that we don't have. And that's why he's really valuable. Right. Right, yes. He's willing to do what needs to be done. Indeed. Mm-hmm. Right? Well, I guess, the whole deal with the what do you call it? With the sundial didn't work out. So I guess this is their one. I mean, it didn't, presumably. Yeah. No, for them. No, for them. We thwarted them, right? Right. Hmm. No, no, it's so I guess they're just gonna crash the Almighty into Earth. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the pigeon and the phoenix is back. Yay! Yes. I'm gonna read through these lore books. Oh my god. Did you watch his video where he's yeah, cuz he's like reading through through these lore cards trying to do an accent and not doing a great job. Like, he it's like that is the most British sounding Russian I've ever heard. He's got like British and Russian at the same time. Uh, he was born, in Mother Russia, but raised in. That would be really interesting. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty worthy right now. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
Recording data is easy, but recording data that can only be opened by those you allow to,
Mm.
that is an art form.
Indeed.
Do you have something for me, Guardian?
Season 10?
Heard you put on quite a show. I can work with this.
Well, we'll. Mm. Mhm.
All runs together, doesn't it?
Mhm.
Maybe just me.
I see. Indeed. Yes.
The XO are among the greatest.
Yes.
They are well encrypted even to themselves. Circumstances change, but the data remains.
There's a curse on it.
This war is a conflict.
Everything's still there. I won't forget
Mhm.
everyone we lost. I won't.
Okay. No. I guess you can't tonight. Um. Definitely check us out on the Instagrams and on the YouTubes and on the Twitters and on the Facebooks. Um, Inferno Penguins. But definitely check us out on Inferno Penguins. That's true. I don't know. Why?
Remain vigilant, Guardian.
Yeah, that's true. We do different stuff all over the place. Mm.
Words mean no secrets.
Indeed.
I won't forget everyone we lost. I won't.
Oh, he's gonna be so confused. I think you should let him, if you want to invite him, you should let him get caught up on his own first, and then we can do some stuff together. We can. Okay.
Some kind of black sludge dripping out of the vents.
All right.
No readings. The dish is out of alignment again. Those readings don't make any sense.
Nah. Good night, everybody.
Speak to me not of the darkness. I want no part.
Oh, let me check right away. Checking.
Oh God, I'm so glad it's gone.